Do these pants make my butt look big? That is one damn good looking biker right there. Ooh, that's pretty light. Oh, we got some stickers here. Some stickers. All right. Silicone oil for visor and an instruction manual. AGV really likes bags. Boom. And there's the pin lock. Yeah. Boom. Ooh, smells like fresh helmet. All right, so I'm going to give this to you as raw and unscripted as I can. We're going to go ahead and compare the K6S to the K5. Now, I bought this helmet roughly 2.5 years ago when I bought my first Ducati, my Super Sport S. And this one, literally, just watch me unbox it. So I know a little bit about this from what I've read and some reviews that I've seen, but this is my first time actually holding it. And so we're gonna get a direct comparison right here, right now. So now, one of the big things that they were talking about was, and from looking at it right here, the openings, like this area and this area, and like ooh, isn't that cute? And so it does look like this has got a bit more room inside here. So yeah, that's pretty wide. That one. I think it's just a small amount. All right. So now this is different, a little different design here. Air goes and vents up onto the visor here from this chin mounted vent. Yep. Well, that's different too. Yeah. All right. So here on the K5, to actuate the vent, it's right there. There's a little switch. I really like this little button there. So I don't know how many times like I turned my head sideways on this one. I'd gotten an aftermarket tinted visor for this, and I turned my head and the visor would go and flip open. I actually thought I lost it one night, but okay. So that's cool. Now, another thing that I noticed that's different on the K6 as opposed to the K5 is this seal that goes around the opening. This is way larger, more robust. It's a bit softer. This one's kind of hard. This one's a bit softer. So that's really nice. Is the release for getting the visors off. This one right here is pretty simple. It's a good design too. You pull that down and it pops out. Do that on both sides. Normally you can do this at the same time, but you pop that off. This one, set the camera down. can pull down. All right, the difference here is the mechanisms for the K6 are on the visor itself. See right here? And that's gotta be what the lube is for. Boom. Whereas here on the K5, the mechanical connection is inside the helmet. Boom. Looks like I think they did a little something different with the padding here. And I know I don't have the donuts, but I think my pool table is just fine for it. So I just noticed that the K6 was sitting flatter on the table. This has got a pretty steep curve there. And this one does too, but it looks like the pad comes down. It really wraps around your neck because this is a lot smaller here, like this opening, than this one. And then we do have the pad that'll go in here. Oh, that looks good. All right. Not bad. It actually doesn't, it's not super tinted. You know? Not bad. Looks really dark from the outside. All right, now I'm gonna hop in there and you're gonna hop on the outside. Oh yeah. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, now, one thing I like to do is get familiar with where all my switches are, which, seeing as how I didn't go and change brands, everything should be relatively right where I expect it to be. Those are right there, and then the extra one right there. Nice, man, this thing looks good, yeah. This thing looks so good. But I gotta say, this helmet is freaking awesome. It does. My field of view is even greater than on the K5. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing a helmet when I look out, because I can barely see the edges of where the visor's at. It feels like it gets a little bit lighter. Like, it's already an insanely light helmet. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything on my head. That guy is just irritating me. Alright, now, where were we? It's insanely light. At 3 pounds, and then maybe a little bit more after you add your cardo in there and whatnot, but like, it adds a little bit of weight. But it cuts through the wind, and it's not that loud. I was worried about going with a lighter helmet, it being louder. I've got a pretty loud bike, and I really don't like the idea of going and wearing earplugs while I ride. Like, I know that there's some options out there that aren't as invasive. I'd rather not. Even though the buffeting, you know, like, you can hear the wind, definitely, but nothing's really going to cut that out without cutting down on your situational awareness. There's
being able to hear somebody come up behind you is pretty important. Anyways, that right there is my full review of the kicks. I opened it, played with it, wore it, rode it, and that's all we got for you. I'll catch you on the next ride.